So I don't know if you know by now, but I am a hustler. I'm a hustler. They're not getting back to us, but we're just gonna show up and be like, por favor, ayuda. But you know, I will cry. I'll cry if I need to.
We can officially wipe off the entire list because we've done it all.
It's our last day before we fly to America, so we're sorting out all our last little things, and then we're going to be coming back with 3 people. Oh my goodness. I've got a list for best friend, I've got a list for my mom. We had to find a gardener to do the garden stuff. We've got a house sitter. We've got all of it, just to make sure that the houses stay together while we're away.
So the whole plan was going to be there like 2 weeks before the delivery date, just in case something happened, and then we're supposed to be then 4 weeks after the delivery date to kind of sort out paperwork and so on.
So today we are leaving for America, and this is what I've left my mother. So we've moved over the strawberries so that they can get water with a sprinkler system. So everything will be watered. I basically just said to her that she just needs to pick tomatoes and stuff like that, and we've already got some coming out. So I've tried not to give my family too many jobs when we go away. I just give them the nice ones, like picking strawberries, tomatoes, raspberries. And out here, the onions are doing amazing. And there's already loads. I actually might pick some of these to put in my porridge. This is just the small part. We've got probably 5 times the amount at the main estate. Oh, I might have a red one.
It was quite a trip.
Yes.
Everything happened really fast. Because we were flying overnight, we were getting there about 7 p.m. Phoenix time. So we thought, okay, we won't sleep on the plane because when we get there, we'll just go to sleep straight away.
Oh yes.
That changed, obviously, because we went straight to the hospital.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a bit chaotic.
As we've landed, our surrogate has just was calling us that she's basically
She's gonna have the baby
she's gonna have the baby now.
We didn't have a bassinet, we didn't have loads of different stuff that we were planning to buy when we got to America.
Yeah, because we thought we had 2 weeks to kind of get all of that sorted.
Luckily, she didn't give birth till the next day, so we had the morning,
Yeah.
a couple of hours to just pick up loads of stuff ready for him to arrive.
Yeah.
If you see us keep looking over there, it's because he's down there asleep at the moment.
I don't know if you can see my leg, but I'm rocking him.
We're multitasking at the moment.
Now looking back, I think it was like the best thing that could happen in the sense of like, just get there, get on with it, you know. We didn't have much time to kind of like, you know, I guess like panic, you know, as like the time, you know, was approaching to the due date, and it was just like, you know, we didn't have time to think.
Listen, this is the cutest baby ever.
And this is the only time we can place we put him in the sun because it's so hot outside, so it's not going to work very well with the glass. But
Look how he puts his little hands in his chest.
The first day was good because the first day you're in the hospital and they're teaching you and helping you, assisting you with everything, which I think is really good of the American healthcare.
Yeah.
The second day, when we got him home, that was a hard part because we still hadn't worked out that we needed to like tag team, and we were both waking up and feeding them both together, and then like after 24 hours we're like, I am exhausted, like we cannot keep doing this.
We just like all the time can't wait for him to wake up so we can cuddle him. So I've just left the office to get the birth certificate for little Danteo, and I got it, and it was just, honestly, we're so relieved because now the amount of paperwork that we have to do is incredible.
In England, the surrogate, even though she hasn't provided the eggs, she has no connection, she is classed as the mother. And what's even more shocking is if she has a husband, he is the father, which is absolutely mind-blowing when you think that they have no connection whatsoever.
Our surrogate is amazing. We love her. Like, we are in touch every day. She's always going to be part of our family. But I think like what we liked is that in America it's been done for many, many years. You know, everyone knows what we're going to do. Everyone is being psychologically checked.
Everyone's protected.
Everyone is protected,
Yeah.
and we felt comfortable with that.
Hopefully we will be all sorted to get his passport on a very fast way, which is amazing.
He can have 3 passports. Obviously, me being English, Borja being Spanish, and then actually being born in America.
But of course, that comes with a bag of like, we have to do so much paperwork, and it's because he's been a lucky boy of being able to basically travel around the world in the future.
We had to get the US passport. The English passport we could get sorted when we got back home, and then we had to register for the Spanish passport.
Yeah.
This is the dreaded one. We need to go to Los Angeles, which is about 6 hours, 7 hours drive from Phoenix, because it has to be done on the location where he's born. And Los Angeles is like the closest one to Arizona. So we really are not looking forward to that one, but it's going to be, I guess, like a good training. We have to go there because the Spanish consulate has decided from last month that they do not want to accept anything by post anymore. So you have to go in person. So now I'm gonna go back to the apartment and yeah, another day of feeding and burping. So this is where we are testing out for the first time how to carry him to be able to do that. Yeah, so we were like, okay, we need to see when we go to the airport how we're going to be doing it, and it seems, I don't know, how does it feel?
Yeah, I just don't know if he's just too small for it. But his arm sticks out here, his other arm...
He's hanging, he's holding himself to the side. We're here for support, but we're trying to see how we can do it. Just the one person. As like we're not going to be 2 people all the time there. He's drunk on milk, by the way. That's why he's like... yeah. Okay, time to sleep.
We'd set it up as easy as we could. Our apartment was 5 minutes from the hospital, 5 minutes from the supermarket, really, really close.
So we have only discovered that our apartment has got this area downstairs, it's like a communal area, which has a pool. Can you see it outside? Obviously it's empty because no one wants to be in the pool with this heat. And they have got a little ping pong. My back is really hurting it as well. We've not really moved much. So I just thought, you know what? I'm just gonna go in for a bit, do a little bit of swimming. They also have a very nice gym, but it's all about getting in the right mood. So yeah, I know it's gonna really hit me there. Yeah, it's really hot. I was just looking at that setup specifically of the chimney with the seating around, and I'm just thinking that we could do something like that outside in the tower house, but I was just thinking that there's a waste of space by, you know, you could have storage underneath to kind of like keep all of the cushions and stuff for the winter months. But I feel like in the evening, you know, you've got the fire going and you have got like a nice seating that could be such a nice social area. Of course a pool, I mean, it's amazing, but I don't think in England you could have a pool, really. You use it twice a year. Just getting inspired really by little things, isn't it?
American passport, we had to go 3 hours to Tucson.
I feel like I've got a chauffeur because it's so weird. I'm at the back with little Danteo, just in case that he's so good, but just in case that
I think just because there's more space in the back.
We are right now going to Tucson.
Tucson.
Is it Tucson or Tucson?
It's Tucson.
Tucson.
I googled it just to make sure.
And we are getting his passport, his US passport. Now, shockingly, the US paperwork is going extremely fast and smoothly.
Well, touch wood, everything
Touch
goes
wood.
well today.
But I mean, we are already on the US passport point to apply for it. We just read on some reviews that apparently you potentially could get it the same day, so we changed our appointment to go first thing, just hoping that they'll be like, oh, just stick around and we'll give it to you by the end of the day. Having said that, we need to register him on the Spanish consulate in Los Angeles. That is a nightmare. We are meant to be driving there tomorrow. We haven't heard back anything yet, so yeah, so we don't know about that, but fingers crossed, we're hoping the song is going to be the perfect day, and we're gonna get the passports.
The most important one was to get the American passport because we needed a passport that will allow us to get out of the country and go home.
It is the easiest one to sort out because we have got the birth certificate as he's been born there. We just have to present it, and we were able to kind of like hurry it and get it done within the day, which was amazing.
Just been to the passport office and they said we could collect it at 12.
They
so
were
yay!
amazing.
So 1 passport down, 2 to go. We have just picked up the US passport, which is great. We can potentially fly home to now, but we've got to get the Spanish passport sorted. We are just in a service station because I've got to feed him before we have our 2-hour journey back to Phoenix. So yeah, but at least we've got one thing sorted, and the English one, the English passport, we can do when we're in England, which there's no panic. And then we need to go and try and get an earlier flight and it not cost an absolute fortune, because our current flight is in 6 weeks time, which we don't need to be here that long.
So I don't know if you know by now, but I am a hustler. I'm a hustler. So I have been emailing and leaving so many messages to the consulate in Spain.
Like half that was like, please, we want to get home to our family.
I was like, please, we do need to go back to Europe. We need to kind of get this done because he's not allowed to do it once you're in Spain.
We wanted to give him the option of being able to live in Spain or England.
But to do that, there's the complexity that you have to register him on the closest consulate to where he's been born in America. And that happened to be in Los Angeles.
They're not getting back to us, but we're just gonna show up, drive to Los Angeles and be like, por favor, ayuda. All the paperwork is ready, so it's literally, we just need to kind of give it to them. They have to type it in, done.
I'm dreading the drive.
I'm ready to go there and they say, you need an appointment. That's what I'm trying. But I will cry. I'll cry if I need to. So yeah, let's see what happens.
So we need to find a hotel.
So we are on our way to Los Angeles, and can I just say how absolutely fantastic the people that we have been dealing with in America is. Everyone has been really nice.
Except the Spanish consulate.
But they're not American, except the Spanish. So we are on our way to Los Angeles, hoping we can just show up to the consulate.
We'd packed everything, literally everything.
We have done some little trips with him. He is, he's there. He's sleeping. He's a little angel, and we have planned our way to Los Angeles, doing little stops in Palo Verde and Palm Springs, and then LA. Just so we can break it up. But yeah, here we go. It's Spanish consulate. So we are on our way to Los Angeles and we have to stop. And I really wanted to feel like the American vibe and stop in one of these diners that is like in the movies all the time. So I researched and I found this one that is got really good reviews called Denny's. And that's where we're going. Apparently, they just told me that it's a chain.
Yeah, it's a chain.
But I saw the pictures and it does look very what you see on the movies. So
I was imagining like you were going to go select something like Grease, the film Grease, and that sort of vibe.
I think that's what it is, isn't it?
Do you think Denny's looks like that?
Yeah. We're crossing the border. This is Colorado River. Oh, look at that people like there on the river. They're having an amazing time. Is this California? Yes, California.
We just crossed the line.
Oh wow! Oh wow! But it looks greener. Welcome, California. Ooh. Are we gonna get stopped?
Don't know.
Oh wow! We're going in. Oh my gosh! We haven't been stopped, so they didn't think we were like part of a cartel or anything like that. What is it?
Welcome to California. Can you not read?
Oh yes.
You've had your eyes lasered. Come on.
Yeah, but that
paid for that view.
That writing it was not very good.
And we're 3 miles away from Denny's.
And we are 4 minutes away from Denny's. Yay! How exciting!
Porsche's in Denny's. We don't even need food because it's not lunchtime yet.
I'm loving it. It just looks so American.
It just looks very 90s to me, but...
No, it's like the movies. Look at that, like it says dinner and lunch and things. Like, they're actually serving me coffee right from like the coffee thing, you know, like they do. Like you want to top up.
Bless.
We have arrived to Los Angeles. The traffic...
We know we're now in Los Angeles because there's loads of traffic and we can smell marijuana.
Yeah.
That's basically how we
And
know we're in LA.
people are so
Look at them.
cheeky trying to it's insane.
Yeah.
Getting in, cutting in, like they don't care.
I don't know where they're going, some of them.
I don't know how you guys can live in there, you know, because for 10 miles, we were stuck for 1.5 hours. And I was like, you know, you see, like, you literally point A to B. It's like, we're so close. And we were like, just on standby. I was like...
That was the worst part because he was getting a little bit unsettled and we couldn't stop. So we just had to deal with it.
This is the oldest toy shop in the whole of Los Angeles. That's really cool.
It was the first time that we could actually be outside and not be melting.
Honestly, Los Angeles is like such a lovely weather. I don't know if it's because we come out from like hell, it's like a furnace, but it's really nice.
It was lovely just to be able to push the pushchair and be normal.
Following day, we went to the consulate.
Let's hope.
I know it's gonna happen.
Let's hope we get it all sorted. We're at the Spanish consulate at the minute, so...
It's now open to the consulate now.
We had to basically register him to say he's been born to a Spanish father, so therefore he can be in the registry in Spain, you know, and afterwards we will have to sort out passports and stuff. We were hoping that they will sort out the passport, but reality is, I'm sorry if you work in the consulate in Los Angeles, they don't really want to work that much. So they actually only accepted us to kind of go and register him because they knew he had an American passport and therefore they didn't have to do any other passport.
And even just a little bit of paperwork that they needed to do, they wanted us to come back the next day and we're like, no, we're only here today and we're going home today. So it was tricky.
They asked us, please can you come back tomorrow? And I'm like,
How long do you need just to register?
I know, so I said like, I really can't because we have to, you know, we don't have a hotel.
They're not even giving us the passport, they're literally just registering the birth.
Yeah, so what they're gonna do is they're gonna give us the Spanish birth certificate. With that birth certificate, then when we're in Spain, we can get his passport. But that's what we needed that. So, oh my goodness.
So do we know how long?
I give him my American number, so she said that she's gonna try to rush it through.
Oh God. Spanish rushing though. Mañana. We are trying to kind of kill some time. Gonna go to Target to buy some wet wipes.
While we were waiting for her to kind of put the information on the computer, we noticed that he had on his toe
like an ingrowing nail and it was just pushing on his skin and it was affecting his skin a little bit.
So just when it isn't chaotic enough, something's wrong with Danteo's foot. So now we're gonna go to the pharmacy because our pediatrician appointment isn't until we get back to Phoenix, which is tomorrow.
And we started sending this to our family. I mean, why did we do that? I don't know, because my mom was like, go to hospital now.
His mum was like, go to the hospital, oh my God. And my mum was just like, just go to the pharmacy and see if they've got anything for now.
I said to my mum, like, I can't explain you, I'm already panicking, you are making me, well,
I know.
It wasn't affecting him, by the way.
No.
It was affecting us more so that we could see something wrong with his
he
foot.
wasn't in pain, like he will not scream, you know, like he didn't care, but it was obviously like, we started Googling it, we noticed it, then we said to everybody and everyone is like, this looks bad. It could just go on his like blood and then could basically die. That was pretty much our family were like.
So you know I was saying that like the Spanish, like they are very panicking. Well, we went to the pharmacy here and they just like, I would take in the urgent care. So
they just don't want to be liable for anything.
I know, yeah, but
nowadays.
No one wants to take responsibility, so they were like, oh, I don't know, just take him to
urgent care.
Urgent care.
So here we go. We're now going to urgent care in Los Angeles. We're planning to leave.
The question is this going to cost us a fortune?
Now we went to urgent care and they were like, well, the doctor is not around, you have to wait a couple of hours. So it was kind of like this ball that it kind of like kept going. And
then we were thinking, okay, we don't have a hotel room here. We've got a 7-hour journey back. It was already 11 a.m. If we had to wait another 2 hours, we wouldn't get back until past his bedtime.
So we made the decision that we were going to leave LA and go home. And if it got any worse during our 7-hour trip home, we'd go to the hospital. But it didn't. And we had our appointment today with the pediatrician in the morning, and he was like, it's totally fine, very normal. Nails are very dodgy on babies as they try to grow out. Gave us some antibiotics just in case. All is good.
We were trusting ourselves, but because we already had all of the input of worriness, we were going to Phoenix, and I was starting sobbing in the car, feeling very guilty.
The past 12 hours have been so stressful, but in the end, we did get the information we needed to from the Spanish consulate, and that was great.
So I've heard great things about the In-N-Out burgers, so I'm expecting big things of it. We went to Denny's. I was very excited. I thought, like, that's a very American thing, right? And a lot of people was like, oh my gosh, you need to go to an In-N-Out. That's way better. It's amazing. Anyway, I mean, when I'm gonna collect something, I don't even know what to order. It has to be very good, because for the car through, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 carts before me. There is an actual secret menu for this place. So I am gonna have, I already forgot, 3x3 and animal fries, something like that. So anyway, I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna take it to the apartment, and I'm gonna surprise you. I'm gonna say, like, this is the secret stuff.
So I couldn't resist. While we're in Phoenix, I had to test out this taxi. No small talk with a taxi driver because you don't have one in the car. And you can just chill. There's a great little display here where you can select what music you want to play, control the aircon. It's just surreal. All works on an app. So you book it in, where you want to go, where you want to be collected from. Then when the car comes, you just press the unlock button on your app, and it opens up the car for you. You get in, and it takes you where you want to go. I mean, perfect, no?
When we're in America, we go to a cheesecake factory. We love the cheesecake here. But now we're going as a family of 3, and I think we're doing really well. He's like just 2 weeks and 3 days, and we've been out and about. First times because we were forced to do paperwork, but now it's just like, you know, just let's get out. Where's the worst thing is gonna happen? That he's gonna cry, and he will just have to deal with it. Because we were forced to like go out with him from so little, I think we have been able to kind of be, okay, well, we can do things now. We're not like as panicked because we had to do it at the time, which I feel like if we were like in our little cocoon of not needing to leave the house.
Yeah. Boy. Sometimes you just have to push yourself to like do something rather than just stay in your house feeling comfortable.
I feel like I live in Target, so we came back to return the bassinet that we bought. And I'm looking at the home decor. Look how cute is this? $100, but it is really cute. I don't think they do this type of like really nice things in England. Oh, I love these pillows. Oh my goodness, these big pillows. They really kind of like settle the beds. This is gorgeous. I would love to take this one home. Actually, $30. Not bad, $30. Yeah, they've got really nice stuff here in Target. Actually, I'm not being funny, but this is totally our style. It's very British-like, so I think that like they're getting inspired by old-fashioned, you know, British, like how it used to look like, more like earthy materials, and this is basically our ethos and what we have been doing up until now. So yeah, sounds like we're doing something good. In the UK, there's like a parking lot, you know, the closest to these stores, which is for families, for children. And I said to him, like, oh my God, we're gonna have the best spots now because we're gonna have a kid. They don't do this in America. In America, there's only disabled, and if you don't have disabled, you have to just, you know, park whatever. So you don't have the family parking. So anyway, that's a good thing to go back to England.
I think we were actually really blessed of that 2.5 weeks that we were in America. The two of us, we got to get to know him, to learn how he works. It was just the two of us, and it was great, because the reality is that as soon as you are with family, everyone wants to kind of be with the baby. And if you were like just day one of a newborn and you have yet to kind of work everything out and you have got a lot of people around, that's a bit overwhelming for the new parents.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that Dean and I were a proper team there. I feel like we have settled into like parenthood quite well. We're quite chilled, and wow.
We were chill until we got to the airport for the flight home and discovered we'd made a rather big mistake.
So we were at the airport. We were trying to kind of go ahead of time, just ahead of the time that we normally do when we travel, which we always cut it so short. So I said to Dean, let's go a little bit earlier just because we have a newborn, just to know how is the process and so on. Anyway, we get there. We're struggling to kind of remove the chair, the base that connects, and we only just realized we left the food for the baby in the fridge.